Good evening, everyone. It's Louise here. Just wanted to introduce our stitch along for the spring, well, for April and into May. And this is something that I've done a few hints about, which I know some of the group do enjoy having a little guess. And what we're going to do is something that's quite out of my comfort zone. I do love these colours. These are the sort of colours I wear all the time, but those of you who've been with me a while will probably know I tend to work more in sort of lighter, sort of more neutral or shades and palettes. But occasionally I do venture out into lovely rich jewel colours like these. And these are the colours I've been using to do a little practice piece, which is not 100% finished, but it's sort of 95% there. So I'm going to show you. But what I want to talk about is that this is focused not so much on what we're making. And please feel free at any point you don't want to make what we're going to make, but you want to take this idea and make something else with it. That's absolutely fine. It's just to give a bit of inspiration, really. But we are going to be doing what I would like to call maximalism. So maximum colour, also maximum texture, padded raised stitches. Going to if that's sort of not outside your comfort zone, you feel free to use different colours. But what I want to do is absolutely saturate a piece with colour, and to leave very little space for you to see the underlying fabric. Now, the first example I've done is going to be, well, shall I call it mini maximalism? Because I have used those ideas, but being a minimalist myself, I struggle to take the step on to being a bit OTT, a bit over the top. So I will show you what I'm going, and then you'll have a good idea of what it is that we're making. You can size this up, you could size it down if you want, or you could make it in something slightly different. I'm going to show you my little effort here. This, hopefully you can see we've got a bit of a storm going on at the moment. This is a little purse. So it, using British terminology, obviously mine is a British site and a British group, but it's in America, I think you would probably call it, I don't know, a wallet, but it's a purse, or it's, I was thinking I'm going to keep some of my little tools when I'm working. I've got a little sort of measuring tape, if I've got a spare little packet of needles, to have something, because sometimes I have these on my tray and they fall off and I end up trying to find them, and it's a bit frustrating. So this is a little I'm going to use this one for my bits and bobs while I'm stitching. So obviously, as you can see, I haven't done a fastening, but I just wanted to go through a few ideas of the maximalist sort of trend, or the maximalist idea we're going to use. As you can see, very rich colours. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Very rich colours. I haven't done an awful lot with adornments here, but I have done some beads along the side, and I've saturated it with colour. So unfortunately, I think the weather's gone a little bit dark for you to see it fully, but these are quite vibrant oranges, purples, pinks, greens and blues. And as you know, I usually would say only use, say, 3 or 5 colours. So a small thing, I'd normally say use 3 colours. I've gone completely over the top. You can see how many colours I've used. I mean, when it comes down to it, I've probably only used about 4 different colours, but I've used different shades of the same colour in different things. And what I want to talk to you about is also what you're going to need for this project. So first of all, I am going to have a small amount of packs available. So I have this lovely felt, which is the base of this particular piece. And it's just the perfect size to do a couple of practice ones. So I'm going to be putting together some packs with the linen, the felt base. You would need to have some fabric to cover it. And this is it's really not me, but it's it's fabulous. It's so OTT. I love it. So I'm thinking with the ribbon, and ribbon is our theme for the month as well on the group, just for fun. So I'm thinking I may do different types of attachments as well. So we might do a little ribbon loop attachment. But the thing here, the idea was to fill it, absolutely fill it with stitching. And although you may think you can see some patches of the underlying fabric there, the linen, I've got this orange thread which was so near to the colour of the linen I didn't realise it. And if I can show you close up like here, it sort of melts away into the background a little bit. So we're going to look at different stitches. You don't necessarily have to do the same ones as me, but the idea is maximalist. The idea is using up things. I mean, these beads are lovely. They've been sitting in my collection for a while, and it's just a little bit mad thinking of stitching up the sides with some beads, but I love it. So we're going to have some fun with this. This is sort of something based on some crochet handbags I made some time ago, which are just a sized up version of this. So you could make a handbag, it's really up to you how you want to take it, but as I say, the idea is maximalism. We're going to make a little purse. We're going to make maybe a series of these, and we're going to try different techniques for maxing it out. But I really want you to think about what colors are would be a bit much for you. What would pushing me into orange and red is for me is quite difficult because it's not something I'd work in. Whereas the purples, greens, and blues, I would, and pinks I would use all the time. But I actually really quite pleased with how this turned out, just as a first attempt. So what you're going to need, obviously, you can grab the packs. The packs will have 3 lots of felt to make 3 of these, and also the linen. And then I will be adding a little bit of my lovely collection. I've got, these are gorgeous. I've got so many of these different sort of bits, where actually I bought these at the knitting and stitching show, so they were actually being marketed for sewers, not for knitters. So it was quite small little spools of these, but they give a lovely chunky appearance when couched onto the fabric, like here. And I'm going to be raiding my supplies. I have a lovely little box I must just show you. I still have some couching threads left on my sides. There's not many of these left, but on the Etsy shop I've got some lovely oranges, I've got some reds. There's also some silvers, which not quite for this project, but if you're maximalist, if you're used to working in really deep and dark colors, then maybe that would be the flex for you. I've also got one left of this lovely blue and purple mix, but I also have, which I will show you, pre-prepared some little, I am a Virgo and I am a minimalist, so this just, this is heaven for me. Lovely threads. These are all either silk or wool or mix. Lovely colours, all in colour order. Look at these lovely reds, bright red, crimson, and lovely thick, gorgeous threads for wools for couching. Some lovely greens and oranges there. So I've got these lovely threads ready to go as well, and they will be going out in the pack as well. And I've also got a few in sort of dark browns, and these ones, there's not enough to fill the thing, so it's a bit of a jumble, but I will get over that. The idea is for us to look in our collections, and the other thing I will be adding in is any sparkly or, you know, perhaps slightly over the top things that we can adorn our pieces with. We're going to be also using layers. We're going to be using texture. We're going to be using a lot of raised work. And so it's going to be, you know, it's going to be quite a spectacular, hopefully. And I mean, this is a cute little size for you know, either for yourself, as I'm going to do for my bits and bobs, or for a child. You could even attach a little you know, you could attach a little strap. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, my brain totally tuned out there, a bit like the wireless connection. And so, you know, it's also something you could size up. I did these in crochet as clutch bags, and I will try and post one of those on the group so you can sort of see how you could size this up. And yeah, the packs will have lots of lovely goodness. We are also going to do some, you know, with fabrics where we're going to be using the fabrics as the maximalist thing. So you will be getting some quite maximalist fabrics, and of course I will wear it wherever I can, sort of put them into you know, add in a color that you particularly want, if I'm able to at all. So there's that, and these will be going out now. Unfortunately, Royal Mail has just increased their prices for the 7th time in 2 years, and I have absorbed the cost of that for each of the last sort of things I've done and for my Etsy shop. But unfortunately, this time I will have to add a little bit because it has just gone up too much over the last couple of years. So these packs will be great, and they will be filled with things that you can use. So they will be between 14 for the UK, including postage, 15 for Europe. And 16 for the rest of the world. Unfortunately, America, with the tariffs, I'm sort of splitting the extra tariff costs with you. So those of you in the US, it would be 17, but that includes, you know, that includes a lot that you can play around with. I will also include some threads, but I won't include, obviously you can have the couching threads, but I won't include huge amounts of threads. So I'm just really excited about this and using up some of the bits and bobs that we've got, and some of these things that, you know, a bit like this fabric, it's actually quite cute, but it's not really me, but you know, I can use it, and it actually looks really sweet inside. So it's a very easy make. What we're going to focus more on is the designing and the sort of, you know, the stitching and that sort of maximal effect, you know, in whichever way we do it. So I hope you will enjoy this little stitch along with me. It will probably be something between 4 and 6 weeks, possibly going to 8 weeks if we've got lots to do, or if there's you know, any issues in terms of timing. So I'm looking to start this next weekend. So the first video will be coming out on Saturday the 18th, and that will be just to really start us off, to check you've got what you need, and you know, and then we can get going. So I will be sending out any packs next week. If you want to order one, just message me or email me, or comment on the post in our group, Slow Stitching by Hand with Eleanor Grace. If you're not already a member of the group, please do join up. And do just remember to answer the questions very simply. Otherwise, after an hour, it automatically will reject your request. So it's just to make sure that we have proper people joining and not bots. And if you want a friend to join, please do tell them that they're being, or ask them that if they want to join, and make sure that they answer the questions, because again, it's just ensuring that, you know, those who should be in the group are. And Ella's shouting in the background, so I better go and sort her out. She's 20 in August, would you believe? So I'm sure she's going to want to come and help with this. But that's it for now, and I look forward to starting this off with you. And if you're on the group, please do share any maximalist things that you have. Have you got some fabric that you thought, oh, that's a bit mad, don't know what to do with that? Have you got some amazing, like this red linen? It's sumptuous. You know, get these things out. Show us what you've got. How might you take this this maximalist trend? I'll be really glad to see those. So sending you love from here. Hopefully the storm is passing over, I think. So I might get a nice little afternoon of stitching, and wishing you all a very lovely weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye.